close on that chain, okay? I'll give you the
I'll give you of course, this has got a little extra arm on it as well. Yeah. What the fishing plots? Have you played much compared to this and say Sherman for the cycling? Done stuff like that. You've never looked at those. But what's the fishing plots like for you to? Do you just drive with when it's clean, you get a reason. You know, you build more views. What the actual things are.
Yeah, when they captured the fish. Came as it was.
Oh yeah. No, I love it. See the colours.
We have to drive that today, right? We have to drive that today.
Yeah.
About £6,000 to get it in fixed condition.
That's what we're into. Except we do 116.
And of course, the time a little bit. You don't want to know how many 116 scales I have. I think I'm up to me about 30. Okay. About 30. Matter of fact, we just.
myself, it sounded good. Good to see. Oh, I see that. A similar engine though.
Didn't hold my arms up, so I figured at least I'll get the batteries are done on this. Are they? Do they got any double ways in your gift app? The video will come up in a moment anyway.
Okay, but I have to go out front.
We put up our hands and said, could we possibly have a couple of your leopard tanks that are going out of service? And they very kindly gave us the leopard tanks, brought them over here. Then the Canadian Army went off to fight in Afghanistan and decided tanks was too important. And they ended up buying more leopard tanks, upgrading them, putting them back into service. And thankfully they didn't actually ask for the two they gave us back. But it was a good example for us to show the mobility and the utility of tanks still to this day, even in countries like Afghanistan. So that was what the Germans built after World War II. Now we're going to bring on for you now the tank that I imagine you're waiting for. This one is the Tiger tank from the Second World War. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the Tiger was pushed on the German army really by Hitler. He wanted the German army to have something much bigger than anybody else, much more powerful, with a very heavy gun. He insisted they took that massive 88mm gun that is used in the anti-aircraft gun, put it in the tank, very thick armour plate, 10 centimetres thick at the front of the tank there, and you end up with this very impressively armour-plated, very powerful gun, but very expensive tank. Now, those of you who had a chance to talk to any of the crew, you can do so afterwards, they will tell you how complex this tank is to not only make, but also maintain, to keep it going. And because of that, during the war, the Germans could only make 1,300 Tigers. And if you put that up against probably about 60,000 T-34 tanks, 50,000 Sherman tanks, there aren't an awful lot of them around. So it was undoubtedly a very, very powerful tank. But in the actual battlefields of World War II, very few of them appear in combat because they just can't make enough of them. Now the Tiger's got a crew of 5 inside there. At the moment, with the drivers down in the front as you're facing the vehicle, he's on the left-hand side, the right-hand side, the bow machine gunner, the radio operators on the left-hand side, commander, gunner, loader, all in the turrets. All those wheels to spread out the weight of such a big heavy tank, well over 50 tons. And the engine in the back, the famous Maybach engine that's carrying this tank along, really designed in the first place for a tank slightly lighter, a 36-ton tank, and a cause of endless troubles, not only to the crew in World War II, but subsequently. But the truth is, most tank engines, or most variants of tanks cause trouble, it's not just with the Tiger. Now our Tiger, as many of you know, was captured in North Africa, in Tunisia, in early 1943. It was the first complete Tiger captured by the British forces, by all the Allied Western forces, and it was seen by Churchill in Tunis, by the King went out there and took a look at it as well. It was brought back to Britain for evaluation, and it came down to the Tank Museum in 1951, and it's been the subject of an ongoing restoration project really for over the last 10 years. We've just done some more work on the tank. We've fitted something called the fan dries in the back so that we can now authentically turn the fans to keep the engine cool from the engine. And we've just got to say a big thank you to an awful lot of people who've helped us carry on the restoration work on this tank, the Lottery Fund, the Prison Fund, the Wheel Foundation, and probably some of you private individuals here have given us 5ers, 10ers, all sorts of money to keep the vehicle going. So we're very pleased and thank you for helping support us in keeping this fantastic bit of history mobile and working. Now what we're going to do for you now, we're going to park the tank there for a few minutes, and in about 10 minutes time we're going to start it up again and drive it off the arena and take it up and put it back inside the museum so that you can go and have a closer look at it. And do please, if you've got the opportunity, talk to the crew, talk to some of the chaps that have been helping us, working on the vehicle, the engineers that are going to be down there, so they can tell you how complex a vehicle it is. But do please, as I mentioned earlier, do keep out of the way of the vehicle when it's driving up the road. Keep an eye on the dogs and the children so they don't go running out as well. And when these vehicles are parked up, do remember the exhausts are very hot behind them. We'll have stuff there warning you about it, but do remember they're very, very hot items there. Now inside the museum, for the rest of the afternoon, there's been plenty of other activities. There's talk, show and tell. The rest of the museum...
Shooting over my head, Bob, I'm not running.
Yes, I have yours as well.
Damn, we're gonna have to get a tank retriever out here to get him up.
I'll get out.
Pedestrians at the right of way.
Obviously not the right person for the ride.